Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on what time you're watching my YouTube channel. Thank you for coming again. My name is Florence _ and you're most welcome. Now, today I woke up and I had a thought in my mind and just running through the economy and how things are currently. This is triggered by yesterday when I went to get some vegetables from a vendor's shop, and I had a discussion of the vendor's lady to somebody else who had come to pick vegetables from her. I think the person was complaining how things were a bit expensive, and she was like, "Why are you talking like you don't know what's going on in this country? So many things are not going right, and things have really tripled in prices. So you really don't need to complain. Just go there and do your research, and therefore when you come back to my shop, you will not be shocked, because actually I'm trying to do my best to serve you guys because you're my customers, and I don't want you to miss anything when you come to this shop, and that's why I'm still keeping it here. Also, I love my job, and I would like to continue doing it. Otherwise, there's nothing much I am getting from this business." So I listened to this and I was like, wow, that is deep. And for sure, my mind ran into the retiree department. I don't know why. When I left work, that was 12 years ago, I basically retired earlier, and I wanted to indulge in business. Okay, so when I retired, there's a friend of mine who had retired before, and she had started doing business. And so when she had that I retired, I had no plan, but I knew I was going to do something that I loved, which is accommodation. So when my friend heard that we used to work in the same company with her, when she heard that I retired, she called me and asked me what are my plans. And therefore I told her, no, we cannot talk on phone. Let us meet and have one-on-one, because you're already in the field. I could pick one or two things from you. So we made a date and I went, we met and we sat down. She told me what she was doing and the problem she was getting and how the market was for her. We dissected each issue, and we came to a conclusion that I was going to join her in her business. She had supplies, she had a restaurant, and all this needed some capital. I had just retired, therefore I was paid some little money for my years of service, and therefore I told her this is all I have. And so we are going to use it if you're sure everything you've told me is correct. And therefore I put my money into the business, and we started supplying, and we started supplying the company she was supplying, a big company she had gotten a tender for, and also to supply her small business, her small shop. The business went well, quite well. I'm happy but I realized as the years went by, I think every year things got different. Okay, either there were delays in payments, or a few guests came, so they didn't need our supplies as frequent as they did the first year, and that particular pattern gradually went up. So we did the business, it wasn't bad, we supplied, and whatever we supplied we were paid. There was towards the end it was a bit of struggle. You could struggle so much to get your payment. So we went like that, and of course towards after about 7 years, I had an idea. I had also started getting, of course I was promoting our business, but also getting my own channel, as in how my own branch, how I could also do the same, or see how I could probably get out to a different. Remember when I left work I had an idea, and so this was her idea, though our ideas are the same but different departments. We were in the hotel industry. I was in accommodation. My friend was in the food and beverage. So as she did the food and beverage in her restaurant, remember, I still had that idea of accommodation in my mind. So because the business was kind of going down, I started with the profits that I was getting. I started finding how I could do my style of accommodation. Good luck, one of my relatives had started the accommodation business and was running it, but then she had to move out of the country, and then therefore, because she knew I was in the accommodation industry, she asked me whether I could take over her business. Without a doubt, I jumped in. When I jumped in, now, okay, I was still doing the supplies in the other side, but then now I realized, because the supplies was going down, I jumped into the accommodation industry. So I left my friend doing her restaurant, which she's doing until current, and I went into my accommodation. Once in a while, when we got the supplies offer, we came together and again combined resources and supplied the particular order. So things moved like that. Money was in circulation, and we fed our families, we paid school fees, and did most of the things that we could do. Actually, the money was better than our salaries when we were employed. So one of the companies that I was supplying suddenly closed doors with my goods inside and my unpaid cash until to date. I could mention the company. It was a supermarket chain, which was Uchumi Supermarket. So as we waited, okay, when they closed us, they said they will work on it until supplies of fresh goods will be paid. So I continued with my accommodation. My friend is continuing with her fish, with her restaurant, fish and food, all those types of foods that are sold in the restaurant. So I continued with accommodation until Corona time, which was 2000, the year 2000. My business was doing fine, but then because of the Corona, people had to rush back to their countries or wherever they were supposed to be, and therefore my homes remained vacant with no one. It went like that for almost a year, paying rent and with no incomes. So things went a little down. After Corona, we tried to go back, but we realized things were not as they were before. There were there was less money in circulation. Things started skyrocketing, and it has not been any better. Every year, things are getting worse. And so you realize from my story that every year something happened that pushed us back. We started so strongly, we started so well, we were able to juggle one business to another. We supplied and we were paid, and we did most of the things that we were supposed to do. But you notice that every year something happened that pushed us back. So let us move to part 2 and see how my life went until right now. Thank you.